Hey, what's up? Hello, the Chris Nicole. Why is it backfiring like this? You guys, there's something going on with the system. Give me a second. Okay, can you guys hear me? There was something going on with the system. Like it was repeating everything. Can you hear me? Hey, hey, hey. Sorry, you guys. Definitely some technical issues going on here. StreamYard has been acting up lately. I don't know what's going on. Okay, perfect now. Okay, did you guys hear that echo that I was hearing? Or was it just me? Let me know if you guys, okay, it's perfect. Okay. All right, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. Hi, is it Wyden Lodge? I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Hello, are you new here? Okay. All right. So apologies for those who are going to do the replay and say what was going on with the system. I don't know. It was doubling up, probably maybe because I had something else open. But with that being said, we are here. Hello, Shayla. Hello, Patrice. Hello, Nini. Hello. Like I said, Wyden Lodge. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but hello. I'm not even gonna do my intro at this point, especially because it messed up. We're going to get into it. So Sean Combs issued an apology this morning. Okay, perfect. Thank you. So he issued an apology. First thing I saw was it looked like he was in Bali with Russell Simmons. That background looked very Bali-ish. Okay, I don't know if he's in Bali, but he decided to actually issue an apology. I'm going to play the apology for those who have not seen it yet. We're just going to play it. It's like 1 minute. Fair use, YouTube, fair use. I do not own the footage in this video, so we're going to go ahead and watch it.
Difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Okay, Jay, y'all, hold on. Look what Jay said, y'all. Why are you making me laugh right now? Are you praying for Diddy? Is that what you telling us? Are you praying? Are you praying? Exactly, Patrice. We about to get into it. First of all, what do I think about this apology? I feel that it's BS. Okay. One, you knew this tape was out here. Allegedly, you paid $50,000 to take the tape. So now that it's leaked, you want to apologize. Okay. Now that we have seen this and seen this, you want to apologize. When literally last year, if I'm not mistaken, for his Lifetime Achievement Award, if y'all remember that, he said, "Thank you, Cassie, for holding me down during the dark times." How was she holding you down? Allowing you to sit up there and do the things you did to her, DV her for years? Is that holding you down? So when it all boils down to it, This is him trying to clean something up. There's no cleaning up in this situation. Now, another thing that I'm having an issue with right now is get this punk ass off my freaking video. So one thing I'm having an issue with is that I don't know if you guys heard, but LA County, the district attorney's office of LA, said they issued a statement and they said that they can't actually charge him on anything. All right. Now, I find that to be crazy because I thought I looked up some information after speaking to Pamela about it, who's an attorney, a crew member who's an attorney. And the kidnapping, if I'm not mistaken, there is no statute of limitations for that. And to me, this video that we saw is clearly not just DV, but her being held against her will. So why couldn't it be charged on that level? I'm really confused at this point, because if she was trying to leave and he did all of that, pulling her back, that's pretty much saying I'm forcing you where you can't leave. So there's a lot of things in here that's making my whole gut instincts telling me something is not right in this situation. And I'm thinking this apology, he didn't say he apologized to Cassie. He didn't say he apologized to his fans and the public, his family who saw that. He didn't get descriptive at all whatsoever on who he was apologizing to. Was he apologizing to the higher ups that's exposing him? Because there's a reason why this tape was hidden for so long. There's a reason. Now, more and more when I think about it, and don't get me wrong, I'm sure, there's shady people in every organization, but it's kind of making me hard to believe. It's hard for me to believe that Homeland would find this tape amongst other tapes and decide to release this one that goes against their case. Like, this is their case they're trying to build on him. I don't know about them releasing this tape. Somebody else had this. Someone else had this, and someone else, like a lot of people have been speculating, is giving some type of warning to Diddy. So if you ask me, he apologizing to those people. He ain't apologizing to no one else. Because if you really, really was seriously sorry for what you did to Cassie, one, why didn't you apologize to her during your Lifetime Achievement Award? That would have been the perfect time. That would have been the perfect time to apologize to her. Then when she sued you, your attorney came out and said this is no admission of guilt. So now that this has come out and it shows you're guilty, now you want to apologize, but her name is not included in that apology. This is why I said, how many times did he work on this script? It's BS. Now, I know he ain't the best actor in the world, but he has done some acting. I am sure someone wrote that down to him and told him to give certain pauses at certain times and to make sure that shows that he's really serious about how he feels. Now, of course, you have all of these freaking scallywag. Let me tell you something, y'all. And Lord, forgive me. I told y'all I'm a Christian. But when you have these people, as soon as they want to put God in something, all of a sudden you got these people saying, only God can judge you. Only God can judge you. And, lean into not your own understanding. And I pray that you find the healing that you need. Are you doing all of that on Cassie's page? Are you doing that on Cassie's page? So to me, even in all of these people who are now kissing his butt because he gave this whack apology, all of those people that are kissing his butt is still celebrity worship. So for y'all to claim that y'all Christian, but y'all into this idol worship, you're still showing your ass. Excuse me, I know it's Sunday, but you're showing your ass. Like, I couldn't believe that. Kelly Price, I think, said something. There was a couple people who actually was like, well, only God can judge you. You just need to heal. And he said he asked God for forgiveness. He went to God about it. I'm like, who? You talking about TD Jakes? Who are you talking about? Because I know you ain't talking about the God above. Because you've been allegedly doing this type of stuff for 30 plus years. This is just one videotape. And as comfortable as you were, this wasn't the first time, in my opinion, nor was it the last. And not to mention, you literally have people who are accusing you of things after 2016. So if that was a dark time in your life, did you continue this dark time all the way up until 2022, 2023? Get the hell up out of here. Let me see. Hi, fabulous me. You changed your picture. I was like, wait a minute, who is that? Hey, girl. So I just, and you know what? Here's the thing: God does forgive, but do I feel that He truly is asking God for forgiveness? No. I don't. I do not. I do not feel like he is asking God for forgiveness. This man, you just don't overnight be apparently this arrogant, controlling, deviant who allegedly he said he went to rehab. So he definitely was, addicted to something, I'm assuming. You don't do that for 30 plus years and then all of a sudden this video come out. Now all of a sudden you asking God for help, or you talking about you went to therapy and stuff. Especially when Little Rod, isn't his accusations of all of that after 2016? He said he did the Love album, right? When did the Love album come out, you guys? All my researchers, please let me know in the chat. When did the Love album come out? Didn't Little Rod say he did the Love album? Let's see. Let's see here. Hey Val, hey DeMarcus. Yeah, I'm glad my crew is in here knowing what's up, because it just is not adding up. Diddy's the Love album. Let's see. Because I'm just like, you talking about that you was in a dark time. The Love album. Oh, the Love album is the Love album. He only did one Love album, right? Off the Grid, released on September 15, 2023. So Little Rod accusations are clearly around or even after 2016. Yeah. So, and Little Rod he claimed that he actually did produce that album. So we not gonna even go there. CNN paid money for that video. I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did. I feel like this is a bit of smoke and mirror going on. Right. It takes a team to keep this type of behavior out. Thank you. And so, and another thing, I wish I could play her video, but she was dropping F-bombs left and right. I do feel like there were certain people who did not want to see what was going on and was trying to stop the situation with Cassie. But you guys remember Tiffany Red, right? Tiffany Red was the one who accused Beyonce and other, superstars of taking too much of the copyrights as far as the writing is concerned, even though they didn't write not one word in their songs. And she got a lot of backlash for it. Well, remember, she wrote for Cassie, if I'm not mistaken, and she was friends with Cassie, and she's been mentioning Diddy and his behavior for a very long time. She just recently posted on her Instagram about the situation, and she was saying how people were saying, well, why didn't you say something earlier? And she was like, excuse me, I don't think you realize when you're dealing with a billionaire with all of the resources that he has, what that can lead to. I did. And she was like, you don't even know what I did. I did what I could. And she was like, one time somebody was trying to protect Cassie. She said, allegedly somebody was hung over a balcony. So she pretty much implied that if you tried, there were consequences. So there were a lot of people who were definitely scared in the situation, it seems like, to say something. But at this point, it makes me wonder, does he now have the reach that he used to have? Because at this point, I feel like everything is done for him. So why not speak on stuff now? He said time to, exactly. He sure did post that on his IG, and then here it is. Yeah, your truth is coming out. Is using this as a publicity stunt. Now, here's the thing about a publicity stunt, though. How is it gonna? Do you think this is gonna benefit him in some kind of way? I think that the powers that be released this video to let him know, don't start none, won't be none, or don't try something. Otherwise, we'll release more stuff. That's what I'm thinking. I am thinking that whoever, which is why his sorry to me was scripted. Like his sorry, there was a hidden sorry in there. It had nothing to do with Cassie, in my opinion. It had nothing to do with the fans, the family. It had everything to do with who he knows probably released that footage. That's what I think. That's what I think. When you name your faults publicly, only then can you heal from it. He has not spoken what he did. He's playing in our faces. Exactly. Because the thing is, let's keep it real. If he even discussed half of the stuff that we have heard about him allegedly, if he discussed half of the stuff that he did and said is true, people gonna be like, you. I mean, look, we all God's child, but I truly believe there are people who sell their souls to the devil. Period. Period. Now, not saying you can't come back from that, but to me, he's been given the Prince of Darkness for a very long time. It is what it is. It just feels to me that some big names might be wrapped up in mess with him, possibly. And you know, dang on well, they ain't trying to get caught up in anything. See, this is the problem when you get drunk off of ego and somebody else. Of course, you have to have people who always say, why is it that the black man get caught up and it ain't the white people and other people getting caught up in this? Look, I feel like everybody who's playing these deviant games need to be exposed. But when you know that you don't have the complexion for protection, you have to walk a different way. And clearly he felt like he was no longer black. He was just Diddy like OJ, and he got his OJ wake-up call. That's just what it is. It's ironic that this situation happened after the Ray Rice situation. Right. Right. Got a point there. Hey, Ms. Money is power. Money hid these videos for years. Or the powers that be that he was working with or for hid it because they still needed him in some capacity. And now that they don't need him anymore, he's done with. Diddy might throw Jay-Z under the bus. Now, I don't think Diddy need to throw Jay-Z under the bus. Let the social media circuit tell it, and above and beyond, he's next anyways. I don't know if he has to necessarily do it or there's some other higher ups that's ready to throw him under the bus themselves. His response is straight out of, yeah. Somebody said, some won't speak because they know they were wrong for that too. Now, there's some who may be scared, but some also know that they are truly. I said literally yesterday that, to me, in my opinion, the way that this is coming across like it's some type of circle of demonic stuff going on, in order for you to be in that close proximity to Diddy, he had to have something on you. That's just my opinion in the situation. He had to have something on you to be around him. So if you decided to say something, he could throw you under the bus just as much, if not more. You see what I mean? So I think definitely there's a lot of people who are around him who were complicit in what was being done. That's the only way you could hang around Diddy, but that's my opinion. He said race is not where you draw the line. It's either God's side or the other side. And he said these big D deviants, he pretty much said this is the 2024 is the year of exposure. The truth will happen. I'm sure there are other tapes. He waited until they released that particular tape. You think he knew it was going to be released? I don't think he knew it was going to be released. I think this was a shock to him. I think this was a shock. Now, I don't know if that raid was a shock to him, but I think this was a shock to him, and it was pretty much giving him a warning that they're not done with him. Plot twist, you guys hit the like button on the way in. Hey, Support Gaming, I haven't seen you in a while. Hope all is well. Plot twist, he's sorry because he got caught, put him in the jailhouse, right? I'm trying to figure out, though, if you can't get him for DV because of the statute of limitations, fine. But if I'm not mistaken, did we not clearly see her trying to leave and him pretty much implying that she can't leave? Wouldn't that be kidnapping? And of course, I'm not saying the word, you guys, and please don't type it in the chat part, but would that not be kidnapping? I would say that it would fall in those lines. So unless there's other parts of the footage that literally we haven't seen, where maybe he allowed her to go, but based on what we saw, he wasn't allowing her to leave on her own free will. So Didn't they say his entire house was videotaped 24 hours a day? Feels very, yeah. Happy Soul Sunday. Hey, Ruby. I mean, look, this, I don't know how he's going to get out of this, but I feel like he's going to do whatever he can to get out of this. I don't know who he pissed off, but clearly he had to piss off someone for all of this to go down. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all. Do y'all really think that just out of nowhere, Cassie decided in 2023 to actually file a case? Like, she had left that man in 2019. You don't think she made attempts prior to that? I feel like she did. Just like I feel like a lot of people had proof about him a long time ago. Why is it coming out now? Why was the lawsuit, you know what I'm saying, like a big scandal and stuff now? I feel like because the powers that be said, we release him. We release him. He's done when he's done. So, because I'm just thinking like 2019 with all of the stuff that she went through, unless she took years to accumulate all of that evidence, I'm sorry. I feel like she kept trying. They kept pushing her down because they didn't want him to really be, done with at that time. When did he call out Ciroc? When did he call out that company? When did he call out that company? Because to me, that says a lot. When did he call out that company? Because that could have been why they're saying, let him go. Honestly, I feel Diddy overstepped when he tried to sue. That I just said that. See, this is why we think a lot. Twin. He upset some powerful people, and they show him he isn't as powerful as he thinks. Thank you. Because I truly think, you will be surprised how many people try to sue people in behind the scenes and all of that stuff, and how it gets swept under the rug and we never hear about it. Now everything is coming out about him. Yeah. Hey, Josie. I think Kim Porter tried to do something. Yeah, Kim Porter, from my understanding, let people tell it like Jaguar Wright. Kim Porter was trying to do everything she could to help Cassie. And that's very, I would say kudos to Kim for doing that if that was the case, especially if what her Kim's so-called friend, I don't know if that's a friend or not, said, if that was true about what Cassie said or was doing when it came to Kim, because she said Cassie was, doing the whole racial difference and acting like she was superior. Diddy was allowing that, and Cassie kind of laughed in Kim's face about that. You know what I mean? So if she decided to, forget that, I'm trying to help this girl get out of a situation, like I don't want her going through half of the stuff I went through, kudos to Kim for that. Now I 100 believe he really has something to do with both Kim. Oh, put asterisks. Don't use the D words. Don't use asterisk support gaming. Asterisks. I mean, a lot of people are saying that. The problem is, though, is it going to be proven in a court of law? But I'm hearing that there is more to come. I just don't know if my source is really like 100%, but I do know that my source did tell me it was more to come. And then this came out. And then when I went back and said, wow, and my source said, oh no, there's still more to come. But again, I don't know how credible that is. So that's why I'm just kind of like sitting back. But literally when that person said that, about a week or two later, this just came out. So I'm going to believe that person and say that if they're saying there's more to come, there's more to come. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, I know you guys don't do it on purpose. Like, I know you guys don't do it on purpose. But for example, the last Diddy video that I just did, Demon Diddy, they was trying to demonetize or limit my ads on that. Y'all know that right now. Mind you, I didn't even show the video. Okay, I just showed these little clips right here, the little screenshots. I didn't even show it, and they was trying it, but they did actually go through it and said that, it's fine, but they were trying to. I had to fight it. But yeah, they're getting very iffy about certain words and things. I might have taken this long for her to feel safe and have things. True. or she tried and it kept getting shut under the rug because allegedly they are claiming, some people on social media are claiming that a lot of his little parties that he used to have had big time people in politics and law who used to attend those parties. So you just never know if that's true, but allegedly, I think the lawsuit happened in January 2024. No, I think the law, you talking about for Cassie? No, I think it happened around November 2023, Ms., because that was around the time that Kim passed in November. So I want to say it happened around 2023 of last year. I think she got paid, but I feel like it was November, but I can be wrong. Happy Sunday. He filed the lawsuit in 23 and it dropped. Wait, who's he? Wait, who are you talking about? I thought you were talking about Cassie. These civil lawsuits are written like criminal cases, very detailed, good for Cassie. Yeah, that 35-page lawsuit, unless she was trying to be the next Shonda Rhimes, there was no way that that stuff was made up. It was too detailed. It was too detailed. Tried to say something, yeah. Yeah, like I said, yeah, no worries. No worries, support. Yeah. It's I know you guys don't do it on purpose. I just remind you guys, but I need to start reading, I guess maybe your chats before I post them, but I'll be trying to make sure I include and get them all in. But yeah, but no, definitely. I know you didn't mean it. I believe it. Oh, in 2023. Wait, he filed in 2023? When in 2023? Let's look it up, shall we? He filed that Ciroc thing in 2023. That's interesting. Let's see. Because if that's the case and all of this started to come out, it was almost like, okay, since you want to play these games, we're about to put everything out. Lawsuit. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Oh, hi. Let me see. Oh, they withdrew the lawsuit in 2024. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out though when he actually did. Okay, so at least just off of the strength of me Googling really quick, Diddy sue Ciroc and D. Leon owner for racial discrimination. They said this is January 1st of 2023, y'all. So check this out. January 1st of 2023, LA Times posted that he was suing them. So it says that, okay, hold on. Dang it, I hate when they do that. That should be targeted urban according to criminal. His company filed Wednesday in New York Supreme Court in Manhattan. Okay, so there it is. There it is. June of 2023 or around May of 2023, he sued Ciroc. Okay. When did this lawsuit come out about Cassie? November of 2023, right? Hi, is it Osun? Osun Yemi? I hope I'm saying it right. Welcome. Everything they said he did, I believe it. He tried to Google. Oh, I just tried to Google. Yeah, I want to say based on what I'm seeing, this was June or May of 2023. Thank you. I thought Cassie tried to settle with him and he lowballed her. I don't put it past Cassie that she has been trying to sue him, and the powers that be that were still protecting him was like, it's not going to happen. But then when they released him, they was like, you can do what you want to do. But I keep leaving Google to read the chat. Number 18. Josie. The D word. Say unalive or past. So yes, when Cassie filed, yes, she filed in November of 2023. And the whole Ciroc lawsuit was June of 2023. So interesting. Yeah, very interesting. I seen on another blogger's page the hotel thing happened when she was attending her movie premiere. Cassie was in a movie? Really? I didn't even know she was in a movie. Yes, I was in the comment section. You was point with the previous video. Yes, I saw you in the comment sections. I just never seen you in the chat. So that's why I said welcome. I'm glad you actually came into one of the lives. No worries. Again, we have to be creative with our words. Yeah, because they be trying to flag like crazy. I don't know why, but they try to find any reason to say, no, we're not gonna give you you're gonna get demonetized on this video. So anyways, moving on. positive energy. But yeah, so May, June 2023, he tries to sue Ciroc for racial discrimination. November 2023, Cassie files her lawsuit. Okay. January 2024, he sits up there and says, you know what? We're going to drop this lawsuit on Ciroc. He pays out Cassie, and next thing you know, all hell breaks loose. All hell breaks loose. Do you really think that people have been just trying to sue him in 2023? I just don't believe it. I think people have been trying to sue him for years. And because of him and the powers that be, it wasn't allowed. For example, the club situation back in, what was that, 99 with Shine, J-Lo and him. Apparently, the girl who ended up getting that, getting I don't know the best word to say. I can't even say the word, but you know what I'm talking about. She said it was Diddy. She didn't say it was Shine. She said she saw Diddy do that. And Shine has admitted recently that apparently he's saying, yeah, he was the fall guy. So, and apparently he paid her out, but I guess the girl allegedly is saying that lately that he's constantly been messing with her, trying to make sure she didn't say anything anymore. So, this man has been doing this type of stuff allegedly for years. And he never, ever, 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 ever had to face the consequences. So you can't tell me that's just out of pure luck. You can't. Somebody was protecting him and they're done protecting him. So let me see. Yes, the movies with Terrence from, really? Yeah, I definitely want to cover this because this is Terrence Howard. The Perfect Match is the movie. Oh, okay. I remember all that talk that came out when he had his TV show. Who had a TV show? Diddy? What's so crazy? I have never been a Diddy fan, so I've never followed that man like that. Like the most I followed him is when Bad Boy was at his prime, and I really wasn't following him. I was following his artist, but his stupid ass was always in the videos talking about some take that, and doing the Harlem shaking shit. No one wanted to see you. I was interested in actually seeing the real talent. You know what I'm saying? But with him, he always got to be in the videos, like Suge Knight used to say all up in the videos, dancing, laughing, So, but yeah. Making a band. Oh, okay. That's what you're talking about. Making a band. I did watch Making a Band. That's when we were in reality TV gold. But he showed behavior, then, like making them walk to go to Junior's to get cheesecake, like that. And where they was coming from, that is a long walk, you guys. That was a long walk. Diddy takes pleasure in, it seems like, breaking people mentally. He takes pleasure in that. He gets his rocks off of that, from what it looks like. So even when he did that, if he was willing to do that on camera, now that we think about it, while we were thinking it was entertainment purposes, if he was willing to do that on camera, what was he willing to do off camera? That's the thing. It was making, okay. And then they were saying he was erratic. And Freddie P, if I'm not mistaken, the guy Freddie P, who was from Making a Band, he's been doing a lot of interviews lately too, about his experiences with Diddy. I need Mace to finally do an in-depth tell-all because allegedly Mace ran the church to keep. Yeah, yes, indeed. Mace. Here's the thing: Mace has a story to tell. Misa has a story to tell. Okay. A lot of people got stories to tell that have been there for quite some time. I'm sure Farnsworth Bentley got a story to tell. But it makes you wonder what Diddy got on him as far as Farnsworth and Misa, because they won't say anything. Mind you, Justin is an adult at this point. So I don't know why. I don't know if she still gets a monthly check from Diddy, but I'll tell you this. You know what may happen? When or if that money runs dry, and I think that's also what they're trying to do is empty his pockets. If and when that money runs dry and maybe he can't pay off people anymore, that's when people gonna start talking. Just like the R. Kelly situation. Just like the R. Kelly situation. As soon as that money runs dry and he can't pay people off, yeah, I think people gonna start talking. Is Junior makes good cheesecake? Are you asking me if it makes good cheesecake? I used to like it. I don't feel like it's the same anymore, but I used to like their cheesecake. I would get me a small pie. But I don't know if it's the same anymore. The last time I had it, it didn't do that much for me. It's not enough for me because I think now Junior's actually ships nationwide. I don't think it's worth for me to get it nationwide or have it shipped to me. I will never forget when he got really aggressive with Lauren. And she's another one who can have something to tell. But rumor has it, allegedly, Lorianne is an industry girl. Okay. So I don't think she's going to say anything. If that is true, I don't think she's going to say anything because I'm sure a lot of people got stuff on her, which is why she had no problem forgiving Diddy after what happened with that drama on Making the Band. Because a rumor has it, they said that Diddy allegedly threw a chair or something at her when they got into that argument on Making the Band. I don't know if you guys remember that argument. But yeah, apparently though, Lorianne is an industry girl. She's an industry girl. She has not allegedly made a lot of her money and stuff off of dancing, allegedly. I think Faith and Mary just has something to say. A lot of people been saying that too, but they being quiet too. Because again, do you say something? And if you say something, what's going to be exposed about you? You know what I mean? What's going to be exposed about you? Knowing what we know, I feel like Diddy was behind the fallout between Pac and Biddy. He said Pac wasn't crazy. Yeah, I can believe it. The problem is though, I think he thought that Biggie knew, and maybe Biggie didn't know, and he didn't realize the type of person he had as far as Diddy that was standing next to him. Let's see. Diddy in the Notorious movie, I'm gonna be the last cat standing. Diddy 30 years later, exposed on camera. Yeah, yeah. Yep, 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 yep. Yeah, yeah. You know, Mary has a lot of knowledge. She's been around him since the Uptown days. Uh-huh. Yeah, she does. She does. And even when she gets her Lifetime Achievement Awards, he's the first one there. Loud as hell, trying to get attention for her Lifetime Achievement Award. Do y'all remember that when she got her Lifetime Achievement Award and Janet Jackson, gave her the award? And the whole entire time she talking, Diddy in the front, loud as all hell. Like, he always has to be seen. That's why I say this is not going to end well for him, because his ego, he always is attention driven. He always needs to be seen. This is not going to be a good look. So this is not going to be a good look. J-Lo was also silent. I don't think he did to J-Lo what these other women are accusing him of. I don't think so, because at that time she was coming up. She was already, big. She already did the Selena movie. I think she had Tommy Mottola on her side. Yeah, I don't think he did that. Now, he may have mistreated her and cheated on her, but yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, yeah. He's silent. For daddy to think TD cakes before God blows my mind. Did you notice that, right? You noticed that, right? That's the first person he thanked. That's why I said, who you talking about? You talking about what God are you talking about? You think TD Jakes is your God or something? Because it's so funny when people get in trouble, they all of a sudden want to mention that they go on to God. And again, we also need to be careful on when people say that, because you don't know what God they talking about. People think of a lot of things as God. So you don't know who they talking about when they say God. Sadly, I've been seeing people still defend it. Yeah, yeah. That's celebrity worship. That's how delusional they are when it comes to these celebrities. Yep, at the BET Awards, the security guard Gene said he threatened they like he treated J-Lo like a queen. I believe it. See, the thing is, Diddy is not stupid. He knows who to do it to, which makes me wonder, what is Cassie's background? What is Cassie's background where she didn't feel comfortable? I don't know if I don't know, are her parents around? Like, I need to know her background. Now, I know Kim Porter had family, but it also makes you wonder what her family dynamic was, also. And Misa. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, people like that know how to pick their victims, unfortunately. They do. They know how to pick them. Because when you really think about all three of those women that I just named have been dealing with this stuff for years. They weren't with him for a year or two. They were with him for years. Kim was with him at one point. He went to J-Lo, and then she ended up going back to him. Y'all remember that? So again, it makes you wonder. Now, the reality is, now I'm not victim blaming by saying that, but I'm just saying there is a certain type of, I don't know, it's something about them. They can pick out their victims very well. They can feel the energy. They always say you attract what's inside of you. So maybe that has something to do with it. I agree. I don't think he was treating J-Lo like he did. Yeah. He could, first of all, he couldn't. J-Lo and Diddy both kind of helped each other in that time in their careers. And Diddy maybe a little bit more with J-Lo because she can get the street cred, so to speak. Like, can you imagine if he did that stuff? Like, they was always on red carpets, always out constantly, paparazzi taking pictures. Yeah, decades almost. Yeah. I don't think their families could protect them. Diddy was extremely powerful. He would have taken care of their families. Take care of their families, like buy them off. Because we not going to pretend like some people, and I'm not saying about these three women, but we not going to pretend that some families will buy, or pretty much put their child up for sale, so to speak, so they can be taken care of. He fed off of their insecurities and somehow weaponized something against them. Yeah. Don't Diddy just had a baby? Yeah, he got a picture of her on his page. He got what, 4 girls? He got the twins. He got a girl that was around the time that the twins was born. I think they're only a couple months apart, and he got that little girl. Yeah, so he has girls. But see, again, like these type of men, they can separate what happens with their girls versus what they do to other people's girls. And not to mention, Gene Deal allegedly said that someone told him that Puffy put hands on his mother before. And this was early on. Like, this is when that whole I forgot, it was CUNY Community College, one of those community colleges in New York. Remember the whole basketball game? Apparently around that time he put hands on his mother. So if he's willing to put hands on his mother, to me his hatred for women is deep rooted in his mother. Whatever happened in that situation, that's where it began, if you ask me. They know who to go after and who not to play with. They are always nice to a few to keep the mask in place. Exactly. I think it's telling that girl Gina did an interview in 2019 about Diddy with Tasha K, and no one really even blinked or made any noise about it. Sure didn't. Which, interesting enough, she got the complexion for protection. She does. So I'm shocked that, and I don't know if it's because it was on a Tasha K platform, but she has the complexion for protection. And, I'm going to go there, but it does make me wonder, because from my understanding, Cassie is multiracial. She got a little bit of everything in her, from my understanding. And apparently she has a little bit of black in her. So, of course, there's some people who believe in that one drop rule, and they feel like if you got a little bit of black, you're black. But I truly wonder if this was a footage of Kim, or even if this was a footage of a black woman with 4C hair, would there be the same outrage? Now, the reality is, I don't care if you're black, white, purple, whatever the case may be, no one should go through what we saw on that video. No one should go through that. But we not going to pretend like there is a difference when it comes to the outrage. So it makes you wonder, because Kim Porter was a black woman, but she was definitely racially ambiguous to a certain extent. She had that exotic look. But yeah, I wonder what the outrage would be on that. Like if he, what was the girls that he did, Don and the other girl who was on Love and Hip Hop or whatever the case may be, like if he had did one of those girls like that, would there be the same outrage? Either way, I guess my whole thing is this. The time is ticking. What is about to happen, y'all? Because at this point, I'm over waiting. Is it just me? Am I getting impatient with this shit? I'm over it. When is something gonna happen? Because if all of this is just a scare tactic to keep Diddy in his place and nothing happens, I'm done. I am done. You think so? You think so? I hope so. I really hope so, but you know we live in a ignorant stage where there can be a difference. I hope so. I hope we're getting better in society, but considering the fact that there are still people trying to defend this man, even seeing this video and people wondering if Cassie got paid off, why was this footage released, and saying it's not real, I don't know. I'm losing faith in society at this point. So I don't know, because there's always a difference a lot of the times when it comes to that. But like I said, I don't care what her ethnic background is, racial background is, it shouldn't happen to anyone. Period. And let's be clear, even if a woman was able to do this to a man, it shouldn't happen to him either. Let me see. I hope I'm wrong, but Diddy might not go to prison or jail for what? Well, they've already said, the DA office has said they cannot charge based off of 2016. But I just find that strange, you guys, because with kidnapping, from my understanding, there is no statute of limitations out here. So to me, that shows someone being dragged against their will. How is that not, I don't know. I don't know. This whole situation is sick, it's demonic, and it's weird. It really is. And it's almost like we're just getting bits and pieces of things and we're not getting a full puzzle yet. And I'm just like, if all of this has gone down, if all of this goes down and nothing happens to him, and he's just able to lay low and then be able to restore his image after a couple of years, I'm done. I am done. Like, this will just tell you, we are getting pieces. We're not getting the full puzzle, just pieces. And it's making me wonder why. They'll get him on something else. They have a lot to comb through. Yeah, no pun. They do. Because my thing is, federal is not trying to spend resources like that to raid 3 homes at the same time to not be able to find something. Like, I don't know. I would like to know in the history, especially with technology and everything that we have now, have the feds raided a home just to come up with nothing? I don't know. I don't know. If the red ratings are guaranteed, that's what I'm saying. They have to. They don't waste resources like that. They must be fans of Bad Boy. No, they just psychotic idol worshipers. They knew what they went in looking for, right? Right. They knew. So with that being said, before I go, so let me ask you this. One, is there someone in the chat that believes his apology? Let me know if you do. And again, as long as you're respectful, we can have a difference of opinion. Do you believe his apology? Okay. Do you also believe that something's going to happen to Diddy? Like, what do you think the final outcome is going to be in this situation? Because it almost kind of reminds me of the first, backlash with R. Kelly and his videos and how it was all of this stuff going on. And then next thing you know, after he paid people off, he was performing at the BET Awards. You know what I'm saying? So, I would be sick to my stomach if that happens, especially now with this video come out. I would be sick to my stomach. To hell with the grocery shopping, but I'm supposed to be, girl, I was supposed to be going grocery shopping today too. Today was supposed to be clean house, laundry, grocery shopping. And then this fool comes out with this fake apology, in my opinion. And now this is stopped the flow. It's still kind of early out here though, but child, once I get through talking, I don't know about y'all, but after I talk and I, talk with you guys, even if I talk on the phone, I'm getting older. I'll be drained. I need to take a nap. I have to take a nap, but I need to get up because it's Sunday and work starts on Monday. Nope. And then they sure don't, but I'm just trying to figure out how long it's going to take. Nope. I pray that he will be in jail next to R. Kelly. Oh, he is going down and not coming back up. Hell no for the apology. Yes, he will get served. I think it's like a Cosby thing. I'm about to order my groceries online. Smart move. Maybe I need to do the same, but I need to go and pick up my mail too. That may have to wait. I ain't picked up my mail in months. So that may have to wait because it's a drive to get there sometimes. Yeah, well, let's talk about that too. Because I think I talked about this on Bell's Live. You notice that they kept saying that Cosby was trying to get NBC. He was trying to buy NBC, and then all of the stuff about stuff that happened 30, 40 years ago came out, and even some recent stuff. Then apparently, remember, Diddy was supposed to buy BET or some other channel, whatever the case may be. Now, this is coming out about him. Now, what's interesting is that people are trying to spin it as if they're only doing this because they were trying to buy this, or they're lying. They're just trying to put stuff on them. No, I don't think that's the case. I think there was stuff there, but the powers that be hid it for a certain time until they found the perfect time where these guys was like, you think you're a little bit more than what you really are. Like, that's what I think. Oh, you think you're more. You think you have the protection and have this wealth to be able to take over certain things. We're going to show you don't have that power. You know what I mean? Well, no one's saying that. No one's saying that. That's why I just said that there's some people who are thinking that this is all a conspiracy because of that, as if the Cosbys and the Diddys of the world didn't do it. I feel that they did it. There's clearly evidence there that they did it. It just didn't get put out until allegedly they're claiming they were trying to buy networks. That's what I'm saying. Because when you really think about it, why was all of this stuff held for years? You know what I'm saying? You have people who literally, you can stump someone's toe and they can get arrested, especially Black people. So you mean to tell me, you know what I'm saying? Like, you mean to tell me that all of a sudden this stuff comes out when they're getting the networks done? It's like, to me, it's almost like they always hold stuff that they know they have on them. And when they're done with those people, they release the proof. Like, that's what I think. Oh, okay. You're just saying in general. Got it. Or he has some way of become a liability. Let me see. I'm about to order. What's wrong, LB? You did a wow and a shaking my head or face palm. Yes, we did. Disney. It could be true, but it doesn't excuse their behavior, or he has some way to become liability. You are right. We are all the same. You mean as far as the DV is concerned? Is that what you're talking about? I'm confused, LB. Explain to me what you mean by that, or what you were face palming in that for. Let me know. But yeah, so I just find that interesting but again, I don't know if we ever had proof that Cosby was trying to buy Disney. That was the rumor. I mean, NBC, that was the rumor. Just like with Diddy, did we have proof he was trying to? I remember he was talking about he wanted to buy a sports team. Remember that? He wanted to buy a sports team too. But was he ever close to buying it? I don't think he got the wealth to do that. They did the same with Cosby. People used to say Suge was a villain in the 90s when it was Diddy the whole time. I'm gonna keep that up there. I'm gonna keep that up there because here's the thing. I'm not saying Suge wasn't a villain. He definitely had villain ways about him. But there was definitely one a little bit more deviant than the other. What y'all think about what Support Gaming just said? His britches got too big. Yes, that's a Southern saying. His britches got too big. Yes. Yes. Suge and Diddy had more in common than we thought. Facts. And certain things I don't think Suge was even willing to do. You know, my husband grew up with Suge Knight. He stayed across the street from my brother-in-law, used to bodyguard for him. Yeah, his name wasn't Suge Knight. It was we called him Sugar. What did I call him? Was it Sugar Bear? Sugar. His original name was not Suge Knight. Because they were talking about how sweet he was. His name was Sugar. I know people who grew up with Suge too. Suge is definitely, he's from Compton. He went to Linwood High School, I believe. But yeah, but his name wasn't Suge. He changed it to Suge. No, I'm talking about Sugar. Like they called him Sugar Bear. Like I know that's his real name, Miriam, but his name, they didn't call him Suge growing up. I believe they called him Sugar or Sugar Bear because they said he was so sweet. Yeah, like they said he was so sweet. What you saw of him in the 90s was not the guy that grew up in Compton, which is why, again, the whole money, power, respect is one hell of a, because apparently that's not what he was. Yeah. So yeah, I see why he changed his name. Yeah, I want to say they called him Sugar or Sugar Bear, if I'm not mistaken. That was one thing that I remember people saying because they was just like, man, like that was not the same guy we grew up with. But yeah, and he's not one of those fakes. He was raised in Compton. Because you got a lot of people who claim they were. He was raised in Compton. But again, he came from you wouldn't think, but he came from a 2-parent household. He went to school, was playing football. I think he went to UNLV at one point. He didn't come from like this big dysfunctional home like a lot of people may assume because of where he ended up. He came from a 2-parent household. No. LB, I don't know. You got to let me know what you saying no to so I can engage because I'm trying to figure out what you're saying no to. Notice all the red around Diddy lately. Lots of red. What he's been wearing? You mean? Because the picture I got from that, I think that was from the VMAs years back. But I mean, he does give you Prince of Darkness vibes. So my whole thing is give him, what the energy he's giving off. Like I've never liked Diddy's energy. I've never liked Diddy's energy. There are certain people I probably do, Miss. I probably do. I would not be shocked if I may know your people because I was born and raised here. And to a certain extent, especially with the Black folks in certain communities, somebody who knows somebody. So I wouldn't be shocked. I think Diddy going to jail, they're just building up a real case on him. Hi, Rhonda. Look at your pretty picture. Are you new to the channel? Welcome. Yes, and videos. Biggie's mom, I heard, never liked Diddy either. Well, let me tell you something. You can't knock a mother's intuition. I think she knows something is up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think she knows something is up because when you really think about it, have you ever really seen her around Diddy since? So I think she feels like something is up. Just like, you know what I'm saying, Afeni Shakur knew something was up. You can't knock a mother's intuition. When you know. But I've never felt Diddy's, like that presence, that energy. I never liked it. Never liked it. Never respected it. Couple other people I never respected either. And I was always called a hater and everything else. Then fine, I'll be the biggest hater. Because when I feel people's energy and I feel something ain't right with them, I'm sticking with it. It is what it is. And I guess what I felt was right. Because here we are. Okay? Here we are. I'm glad I never went to a Diddy party. I'm glad I never sat up there and affiliated with that man. Because shoot, for all you know, the way they talking about how they was allegedly putting stuff in drinks, you was better off not going to a Diddy party. No telling what was going on at those Diddy parties. So yeah, I'm glad. So hey, yes, especially when he had making the band. Yes. So definitely. So yeah, you guys definitely wanted to come this Sunday, and I was cursing. Lord forgive me. Well, look, at least I wasn't in church like one of our other crew members, Jay, listening in. I appreciate you, brother, but you should be listening to the word. You know what I'm saying? You should be listening to the word. But I appreciate you wanting to come in because you know this is a hot topic and you're very knowledgeable on this stuff too. But yeah, no, we have to talk about this, you guys. I'm just grateful that Cat Williams said what he said in the beginning of this year. I truly believe that we do have prophets that come in different forms placed on this earth to tell us the warnings that God is giving us. And I think Cat was one of those people this year who said, is God's side or the other side? And everybody about to be exposed. Everybody about to be exposed. I think he was a prophet, at least at that moment for God. Because interesting that since he said that, all hell has broke loose. You know, Teeth, I swear I'm gonna start calling Teeth, I told y'all. Every time something come out, he like, I told y'all, I'm gonna start calling Teeth, I told y'all. But yeah, Cole's gonna need a new nickname when he go to jail. Ooh. You haven't seen which apology, LB? Which one? Anybody has church announcements? Congrats 2024. I haven't seen the apology. Race. Wait, LB, you speaking in codes. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about. What are you talking about? You haven't seen an apology. Race. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about. Give me a whole sentence on what you're referring to in the situation, because we done talked about so many things. I'm trying to get some clarity on it. Yeah, that's every time you be like, I told you. I'll be like, I swear you be saying you done told us everything. Everything. They're like, I told you. He started off most of his comments with, I told y'all, like an old man who be sitting on the porch. That's the way TV doing it. I told y'all. So yeah, no, definitely, you guys, we gonna have to wait and see. But I am kind of getting impatient. I am. I don't think Diddy is done. Oh gosh, you don't think he's done as far as he's gonna be able to recover from this? Is that what you think? Do you think he won't be able to recover from this? Like, I mean, are you saying, okay, yeah, let me know. Do you think? Yeah, but there was a difference between Dr. Dre and Diddy, and here's why. Dr. Dre, with the accusation with what's her name back in the late 80s, early 90s, there wasn't any social media. I don't even think she had pictures that she showed us, if I'm not mistaken. So it was pretty much her word against his, and the lawsuit where, people could pull the lawsuit. It's a whole nother thing when you see video of it. If Dr. Dre, if there was video of it back then, I don't know if Dr. Dre would be where he is either. Did rebrand, but he also stayed out of the spotlight. Yeah, but it was easier to do so too, because you guys are talking about the incident back in the late 80s, early 90s, right? If that's what you're talking about, yeah, it was so much easier to get away with stuff back then because there was no social media. People didn't have cameras on their phones and stuff like that. They didn't have surveillance on the streets and in every hotel. Like, they just didn't have it. And if they didn't have good surveillance, so he was able, just like so many others, able to get away with so much back then and just pay people and keep it moving. And not to mention, she was a sister, and we clearly know, and I think she's even said because she was a sister, she felt like a lot of people, even people in the industry that she knew, they just was like threw her under the bus, like it is what it is. I think this is a build up to the big video drop. Whew. If you think that there is a bigger video drop than what we just saw, y'all, clutching my pearls. They made a whole movie about Dre. Yes. It's different when you exactly after the NWA movie, he fell back. He fell back because no, it wasn't. I don't think it was the NWA movie. I think it was the Michelle A movie. The Michelle A movie is what brought up everything, including, what was her name? It was D something back in the 80s or 90s. That's what brought up the history of him back in the day. Diddy, he was. Okay, I'm trying to get some more clarity on the LB. I'm trying. D Barnes, thank you. They also saying Cassie was abusing Kim Porter with it. Yes. Yeah. That's what I said earlier. So that's why I said if Kim decided to put that aside to try to help that girl, God bless her. Because some people wouldn't even do that. I think it's something worse on those tapes. Whew. They are not going to let him off the hook now, not with the Rays too. Jaguar was just had a breakdown when they showed her the video, and she every wit. Huh? She she hit everyone with I told y'all too. Oh, okay. All right. Let me go back. Okay. Jaguar just had a breakdown when they showed her with the video. She hit everyone with I told y'all too. What I hope you know that Teeth, Jaguar Wright's birthday is the day before Nene's. She's a May 17th baby. So yeah, that Taurus, your fellow Taurus Nene. Yeah, but see, the thing is, she's been saying that for years. Though. My bad, it was D Barnes. Yeah, Diddy, yeah, because Nikki D was a rapper, if I'm not mistaken. Diddy was the money, the rest worked for him. I think it was a movie, Michelle and the other girl. Yeah. First it was the audio of Diddy and Meek. Oh wow. Did anybody actually see that video? Did anybody actually see that video? Sorry, y'all. The fur babies wanted to interfere. But yeah, did anybody actually see that video? Candy was on the 17 too. Needy girl, you in good company. I heard that audio too. Support gaming. Yeah, look. Here's my thing. I want the people who have been forcing people to do certain things to be exposed. We really need to kind of figure out who are people who are victims in situations that were forced to do something either against their will or, because like, for example, this Meek Mill situation. I was on this. Oh, okay. I'm no problem, LB. I just want to be able to engage with you guys. So I want to be able to talk with you, but when it's like certain words here and there, I can't really respond to you. That's all. I just want to be able to, acknowledge you and give my feedback on it. But yeah, Meek Mill. They're saying Meek Mill and him got a freaky tail video. Okay. Well, here's my thing with that. Is Meek Mill a victim? And what I mean by that is, what if he is gay? Is that really any of our business? You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess I'm trying to because to me, I see Diddy as this deviant, in my opinion, that forces himself on people a lot of times because of his power and everything else. That is my opinion, and it's allegedly. But Meek Mill, what if he is and he didn't want people in his business like that? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that situation, to me, we're exposing something like that really isn't any of our business like that. But that's just, at least from my understanding, they keep saying that there's a video out there. I don't know if we needed to know that about Meek Mills, if that's the case. Let me see. Diddy has been terrible for all time. It's time for him to be taken down. Hey, Cheryl, cute doggy. And yes, I agree. For a long time. Like the video, please. No, Diddy. Diddy has been hurting people for a long time. It's time for him to be stopped. He's a monster. Yeah. Diddy apologized. Yeah. So we're going to talk about that apology. I mean, I played it earlier. Let me know for those who didn't watch it if y'all want me to play it again. But if you notice in that apology, he didn't apologize directly to Cassie. He didn't apologize to his family for seeing that behavior. He didn't apologize to his daughters for seeing that behavior. He didn't apologize to fans. He just kept saying, I'm sorry. Pause for 3 seconds. I'm sorry, but I'm trying to be a better man. I'm sorry. Who are you apologizing to? Who are you apologizing to? Okay, I'm going to play it right now. Bet I'm about to play it right now. Let's play it again.
So difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I hit rock bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy and go into rehab. I had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Okay, so that's the apology. Did y'all hear him say, I apologize to Cassie? Did y'all hear him say, I apologize to, my family? Did he say any of that? He didn't. He did not. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did not. You know what I mean? Like, that's the issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did not. So literally, it's just like, who are you apologizing to? Which is why I feel like it's a little cryptic as far as his apology is concerned. Who are you apologizing to? Think is much bigger. Yeah. Teeth, if you would have don't you just love how y'all go back and forth, and then I go back and forth with y'all? No matter what Diddy does, nothing can fix his brand. He's done for. Diddy is full of it. Yeah, I'm assuming you saw it just now, Ruby. Yeah, I played it. I made sure I had it up here for y'all. Where's the apology? Exactly. Where was the apology when he first said it? Where was his apology during his Lifetime Achievement Award when he said, thank you, Cassie, for holding me down during the dark times? Which to me, now that we know what happened, is so creepy that he said that. Any person who's been through that type of stuff, DV, any person who's been through that, just to probably hear that person say that probably triggered her. It probably triggered her. Hey, Gail, it's so disturbing he's done. I hope so. Because I'll tell you right now, if he's able to come back from this, if he's able to come back, unless he does a complete 360, truly gives his life to God, and he becomes Gandhi, baby. Like, if he's able, and to me, even if he does give his life to God, he still needs to pay for what he's done. Like, you can still ask God for forgiveness, but still do your time. Yeah, you can do that. Teeth, that's my new y'all crazy. This is definitely a wrap for him. Yeah, we hope. Like I told y'all, if it don't happen, I'm done with humanity. Let me see. They always going to, yeah. Isn't that crazy? Especially when they get caught in the act. He didn't say this beforehand. As a matter of fact, he had his attorney doing all of the talking, saying that him paying off doesn't mean that he's guilty. Fake apology. He doesn't have a heart. I'm praying for his daughters. Yeah, because sometimes it may not be that you get the karma. Sometimes your kids get the karma. Especially with King Combs, Christian Combs, and apparently how he's sitting up there trying to do diss tracks and apparently allegedly saying that this was in the past. They got through that. It really makes you wonder his mentality if that's what he said. He is so contrite. Nope. Reading from a script. That's why I said, how many times did he rehearse that in the mirror? They had doormen back then. I haven't seen any, maybe casino. No, this hotel was the Intercontinental, and it was in Century City. That is in LA. It is now closed, but allegedly he used to actually book out a whole entire floor. Because I know a lot of people were saying that type of commotion, why wouldn't somebody like come out? Apparently, he would literally like get the whole entire floor so he wouldn't be disturbed to do, I guess, whatever he wanted to do. I don't think he can mention her name as a part of the settlement. I don't think Cassie can mention his name either. I don't think she's going to be able to speak up about this. I don't. So if he said, I'm sorry, Cassie, then would his apology be legit? No. But it makes you wonder though, when you're really trying to give an apology that seems sincere, you would be very specific about who you're apologizing to and why you're apologizing. You would get more details. He didn't mention Cassie. He didn't mention anything. It was almost very narcissistic, even in his apology about how I was just effed up. I was going through my darkest time. It still was about him in that apology. You know what I'm saying? But like you would still want to acknowledge who was hurt in the video and who possibly also was affected by the video, like your kids or whoever else, may be the case. The darkest, fakest apology I've seen yet, child. He paid, yeah, but clearly it didn't disappear. That's the thing. It disappeared for a minute, but it didn't disappear for forever. Look at y'all. I do believe she can either probably that's why she's not saying anything. Yeah, her lawyer has to speak for her. I know that's right. Yeah, it's always about themselves, how hard it is on them. Part of the MO, right. To really, and I'm not saying if he did it correctly, which is why I'm like, who gave him that script? Because they didn't even do it correctly. To really give an apology where it could be somewhat sincere, you need to give names. You need to give, specifics on what you did, who it affected. That's to me what you need to do. He didn't do that. So to me, it was still very egotistical on how he approached that apology. To apologize, you have to be a person that cares. Diddy doesn't care about no one, yeah. And if you ask me, I still find it suspicious that when his home got raided, his kids were still there. Because everybody is thinking that he definitely knew he was about to get raided. So if you knew that, why would you allow your kids, even if they're adults, to be allowed to go through that? You know what I'm saying? Diddy is the new turn of the 21st century. Sadly, though, you know what, support game? I don't think he's the only one. He's just the one that is getting his just due right now. I think we're going to hear a lot about a lot of people. Meek, none of our business. Yeah, I don't, that whole situation with Meek, when they said there was a tape out there with both of them, I was like, I don't think that's any of our business if that's what Meek Mill is doing now, but at the same time, I don't know the background behind that. Like, was he forced allegedly? Like, I don't know. Hey, Vanna. Yeah, very disgusting. It was me, myself, and Irene. So exactly. Focus on who you hurt, not how hurt you. Thank you. So y'all feel what I'm saying? It wasn't sincere. He couldn't even fake it correctly. He didn't use any names. He focused on how messed up he was. And what's so crazy is, even in that narcissistic fake apology, you still got people saying, take it to God, lean out of your own understanding. Y'all don't know. Y'all giving scriptures like he Christian. You don't know what God he is focused on. He could have went to the devil for all you know. You don't know what God he talking about. That's why I say when people say, thank God or I believe in God, you got to sometimes ask, what God do you believe in? What God do you believe in? Get the specifics. He's extremely self-absorbed. No, I did not hear him. Right. Now, interesting enough, he was just trying to sue Ciroc for racial discrimination. So, in my opinion, he's been the victim his whole life. He's coming off like the victim his whole life who has many victims. That's just what it is. So yeah. But again, that's my opinion on the situation. I am sure, knowing, the algorithm and everything else, I'm sure Diddy's people is working overtime right now, attorneys and all. He still got people behind him trying to control this as much as possible. Good luck. Good luck. Because at this point, after seeing that video, it would, I don't know. I really don't know. And Teeth, you said Diddy is not done. Did you explain what you meant by that? Do you feel he could recover from this? Is that what you're saying? Or you're saying they're not done with him as far as exposing his videos and who he is? He James St. Patrick is a saint compared to Diddy from what we've heard. And I don't like that there. Wait. I thought you said the other word. I was like, oh my gosh, brother. I don't like that they keep trying to wrote my daddy in this. Who are you talking about? Child, I don't even know if I want to ask that question on who you talking about. But no, do you feel that he's not done? Do you feel he can recover from this? He is responsible for a lot of trauma in a lot of people. Yeah. 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 But to me, James St. Patrick is a saint compared to Diddy. I just feel the release of that video was so calculated right before the race. So we will be ready for the next. Wait, it was after it though. The raid was in March. And so today, 2 days ago. So yeah. So maybe, no, I know what you're trying to say. I think this is what you're trying to say, Fab, because I said this the other day on my other video, that whoever had these videos, they are releasing it at the perfect time because of the raid. So they could easily try to say it's due to the raid that these videos are coming out. That's what I think that's what you're saying, because I said that literally a couple days ago, that whoever is putting this stuff out there, they can easily say, well, the raid is probably releasing them. If that's what you're saying, yes, I absolutely agree, because it does seem like the perfect time. Okay, so that's what you're saying. Yeah, that's what you're saying. Absolutely. I agree with that. Jay-Z or Kanan Star. 22, the year of exposure, it's been nonstop. And I hope it continues. I hope they still have half of the year left. That video is probably what was. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Now, don't get me wrong. You probably have federal agents that may do it to make a little money on the side, but I don't think so. I don't think they would jeopardize the case that they have for that. I think someone else had that tape. You know what I'm saying? I think someone else had that tape, and that's when that tape got, released after the raid, because they felt like they could easily blame it on the raid. But I think someone else had that tape. Yes, we talked about that. You guys noticed there has been so much going on this year that we haven't even talked about, that there's an election this year. Have you guys, when you really think about all the stuff that has been going on, everything that's been going on, do you guys, we don't really even talk about that. We don't even talk about that. That's a scary situation. Now, apparently the first, I can't, let me process this. The first debate is supposed to be in June. Okay? Supposed to be in June. Y'all get your libations and your snacks ready for that circus that's going to be in that debate. Let me see. He may have gotten the tape, but I don't know. But here's the thing about Diddy. I don't put anything past Diddy. When it comes to him having like a public enemy number one, I don't put nothing past Diddy. 50. I don't. I really don't. Like, he is the worst person to go against, because his petty is on 1 million. His petty is on 1 million. Lot of wag the dog going on. Whew. I'm watching. They want B-Boy out. This video literally dropped after Biden challenged Humpty Trump to a round of debates. That debate, I'm not looking forward to those debates. I feel like it's going to be, I don't think we gonna get a good response on either side, if you ask me. But that's just my opinion. I don't know if Miss Lee I can handle. Thank you, Gail. Thank you. Let me tell you something. When I saw that, I rolled my eyes and I said, "Oh hell no." Who like this is about to be a circus. And let's just be clear, I feel like it's going to be a circus on both sides. But the thing is that have you noticed that no one's really talking about that? We are literally not even 6 months away before we have to start voting for our next president. And you got all of this stuff going on, and no one's really talking about that stuff now because I like to watch certain things like that. It pops up on my feed. But for your average person who's not into politics, they probably have forgotten that this is an election year. Did y'all see? No, I did not. You talking about Marjorie Harvey? Where did she come from? Are you wait? Are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about the lady who's from the Texas representative that actually yes, I saw that back and forth. But I don't know if my crew actually wants to talk about that. But yeah, there was a representative from Georgia who literally was talking about Jasmine Crockett's fake eyelashes. Baby, they went back and forth, and she said butch body. Like it was crazy. I was like, wait a minute, are we watching Jerry Springer, or are we watching people who are in politics, who are representatives of certain states? Yes, to let Diddy know they found that in Warren House. I don't know if they would do that though, Cheryl. I don't know. And Cheryl, are you new? If you're new, welcome to the channel. I don't know if they would do that with everything that they're trying to. But then again, you may have a point because since they went in there for something else, maybe that has nothing to do with their case. So, maybe, but I don't know if I see them doing that. Let me see. His petty is insane. Poor little tinker Tierra Marie. Yeah, Tierra Marie, he still want his money from her, knowing dang on well he don't need it. Not off the top, but Tiffany. Oh, yeah, I ain't definitely about to talk about that because honestly, both of them got their own issues. Baby, and Congress is trying to laugh. I literally was like, I'm watching Jerry Springer or Richard Bay. Y'all remember Richard Bay show? Like this, I was like, this is not an actual political, like, I didn't know what was going on. And I was like, wait a minute. But again, the Georgia rep was gaslighting her. She insulted her, talking about you can't see through your lashes or something like that. And then when Jasmine came back, all of a sudden, she wanted to play victim. Very scary when you think about it. It is. It is. The people who really vote are talking about it and keeping up on what's happening. Yeah, but I think we are in the day and age where everybody needs to know what's happening. Because I think we have not seen, there's a lot going on in the US right now. Just a lot. It's just a lot. I think everybody needs to pay attention. Everyone needs to pay attention at this time. And I think there are actually more people who didn't pay attention to it at first that are now because of the inflation and so many things that's going on. So yeah. Yeah. Yes, she did. She sure did say that. And then of course the other guy's like, I don't know what you mean by that. You know what the hell she meant. Get back to oh, bye, Gail. Thank you for coming. Is everything TV nowadays? It seem like it, huh? Everything seems scripted. Everything is reality TV. This is where our world is coming to. This is what our world is coming to the point where you literally have people in Congress, representatives, acting like they on Love and Hip Hop or Real Housewives of Congress, maybe? Do we really need a Real Housewives of Congress? Because that's what that looked like in that situation. But let me see. Diddy probably has some politician in his pocket too. They have said allegedly the couple of them was at his parties and judges too. Allegedly, that's what word on the street is. Now I don't know how true it is, but yeah. So with that being said, you guys, I hate that I had to keep saying this, but we're just gonna have to wait and see what continues to unfold. We're just gonna have to wait. I'm waiting for the day though that we know what the final result is gonna be. I'm waiting for that day because honestly, I'm tired of talking about this man and more keeps coming out about him and he's still living his best life wherever the hell he is. Because at this point, I wouldn't be shocked if he's in Bali right now. With all of this coming out, I would not be shocked if he is in Bali with Russell Simmons right now and is going to be there for years, just like Russell Simmons. You know what I'm saying? They've given him all of these opportunities to flee the country at this point. I will tell y'all everything you need to know about the elections. I'm going to be, but I know politics. We're gonna have a politics, and for people who come, because I think we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. But again, the problem is politics are just as sensitive as religion and just as sensitive for some people when it comes to celebrities. Now, the celebrity part is not me, but I know politics can be very sensitive. So we have to be open-minded because we probably have people who are on here who are Democrats, who are Republicans, and who are independent, and they don't have loyalty to either party. So we can definitely have a live about that, but it has to be an open discussion where people can understand different people's different point of views. But I know it can get sensitive. I know that for a fact. Yeah, y'all, we got to talk about it, crew. Of the mother's friends, a politician, and he's been to Diddy's parties, and Diddy has donated to his events. Allegedly, there's no factual stuff over here unless we have proof. So we got to say allegedly. But yes, allegedly, a couple people have heard those type of things. You can always change the channel, but yes, exactly. And I want to be able to have those topics. And I think it's important for us to have those topics because, to be quite honest, I think there's a shift when it comes to politics right now. No, I'm not going to hold you. I think there's a major shift, especially have you guys look up what's been going on in Chicago. Look what's been going on in Chicago. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to Chicago, it seems like there's going to be a major shift on voting. You know what I mean? Okay, well, here's the thing. That's fine, but I have to say allegedly on here. On here. Now, if there is something that you would like to share, by all means, you know how to get in contact with me. But on here, I'm going to say allegedly. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've heard those things, but I don't know for a fact. But yeah, so we'll definitely do a politics one. As a matter of fact, bet. Bet on that one, maybe we'll have a live after the debate and we can talk about the debate. Does that sound good for those? Because I'm sure everybody gonna be watching the debate. So we'll do a live after the debate and discuss it. Okay, that's what we'll do. The one in June and then the one in September. So then that way we can have an honest dialogue about things that are going on. But with that being said, see, look, I've been on here for an hour and a half, y'all. I love y'all. Yeah. That's why I say get your libations and your popcorn and everything else, because it's about to be a shit show, in my opinion. I don't even know why they did that. I don't even know why. I look forward to the chat. It's gonna be messy and yeah, it's gonna be a mess, and we're gonna be on live to discuss it. So with that being said, you guys, I'm sure I'm gonna have to do plenty of more videos on Diddy. It's not over. I'm hoping it'll be over soon. But with that, have a wonderful Sunday, and I will see you on my next. Yeah. Well, here's the problem with that. Diddy came out with the fake apology. So I said, I'm going to do this now because I ain't doing it on Monday. Because first of all, Mondays, I don't know about y'all, but when I wake up on Monday, I'm grateful, of course. But I'm just like, here we go, starting off the work week. But yeah, but no, that was the whole point. I wasn't until that came out this morning. I said, dang it, I'm going to have to go live. They might tussle during that debate. They might throw stuff at each other during that debate. They might give insults during that debate. It's going to be interesting. The street's too hot. Exactly. With that being said, you guys, like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on my next video. Toodles.